Stevie Wonder there. Happy birthday to ya. You're listening to Terrible Features FM, and while we're on the subject, we've got a couple of birthdays actually today. We've got Ryan Allen Howes. It's his birthday today. He's 38, and he also presents our sister show, the podcast Terrible Features. So happy birthday to you. And also, and more importantly, you might say, it's only Dragon's Den's 25th birthday party. 25 years it's been on the air. Most of Ryan's life. And a big thank you to Ryan Howes for letting me use his birthday as a way of crowbarring in an episode about Dragon's Den. Okay, thank you so much for that, Ryan. Here's Terrible Features. Yeah, well,
for that reason.
We're just talking about how great the intro
our theme tune is.
And how great the outro is, but how melancholic it is right at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we can say that because we didn't compose it. It was composed, of course, by
That's a good point,
my good friend Auld.
Yeah.
Auld, spelt A-U-L-D. Tom Pitts, of course. Check him out on Spotify. And wonderful I heard on the radio just then. Did you
with our sister station?
Did you get in touch with our sister station?
Yeah,
Terrible Features FM.
I texted in earlier
and wished me a happy birthday because I did say I know it's back round again. It's my birthday. We're doing a podcast.
That's terrifying. Yeah.
And it's only been
how's that been
about 10 episodes. So I did say we can't make this about my birthday again. But it was amazing what you did last year. Although it feels like it was last week.
That is terrifying, actually.
Yeah, terrifying features.
I feel like somehow the podcast seems to reduce my lifespan in a way.
I know what you mean by that. Yeah,
because you're it's been a year since Ryan's birthday special.
When we had Rebecca in. Yeah.
John, is that true?
That feels wild to me because, I mean, surely not. Can it be?
Maybe it's like a mathematical, not a conundrum, but like it's.
If we bent time,
this is what I'm thinking.
Are we
something
using
like that.
the right calendar?
Yeah, there's some issue going on, isn't there? It's like is paradox the word? Like a mathematical paradox?
Time slip.
Yeah,
must have gone through a time slip because that was less than a month ago.
But it's not even. It's not even like, we filmed it we released it a few weeks after. Like, we actually recorded both of these things on your birthday, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And yeah, literally, yeah. I mean, this will be going out quite a while after my birthday.
Yeah, that's true.
So I appreciate all the birthday messages that I'm sure are going to be coming flooding in a few months' time.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Do text in with them birthday messages. Like you said, Ryan, obviously we don't want to hang around on your birthday, the birthday chat, as it was such a spectacular show 10 episodes ago. But did one birthday wish before we move on?
Oh, a birthday wish. I think I just wish for
Ice Cold Cronenberg.
Peace in Palestine.
Oh, okay.
Ideally.
Right, yeah.
And just like a hot summer.
Oh, right. Ooh, either or. Only one wish.
Fuck.
We'll come back to it, Ryan. Listen, more importantly,
I can't have a wet summer
again. More importantly, I heard the DJ Skills there say it's 25 years since Dragon's Den started.
I mean
that can't be right.
That's shocking in itself. Although I must say, weirdly, my algorithm today threw up some Dragon's Den clips, so I've actually watched a few this afternoon.
Right, nice.
Nothing to do with this pod.
Yeah,
because I didn't really know what this pod was going to be, but you have spoken to me about Dragon's Den recently because I know you've been into it.
Yes, and hyper focused.
And I think it was a clip from the first series.
Oof.
And it's amazing how kind of it doesn't look shoddy, but it looks so different. The style, the camera work's all the thick of it almost.
Oh my God, Ryan, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sorry, that's all right.
I think I need to correct DJ Skills actually.
Sorry, go on.
It's 20 years it's been on air this year, so it's 20th birthday.
Oh, okay.
Because it started in 2005.
that makes
right.
more sense.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
not
what makes
25
sense.
years.
Yeah,
so I'll have to text into the radio show and text him about that. But so sorry, Ryan.
No, but just I actually, and also on this episode, I didn't recognise any of the dragons except for Jones,
Really?
Peter Jones.
Peter Jones.
Yeah, I thought Meaden had been there from the start, but I think Jones is the only
He's the only consistent
one. Yeah,
He's been doing it 20 years. And what's weird is you see him, and because I watched so many clips, it's like from 05s, and you got some decent gear there because you also go, well, now that's a company that's 20 years on.
Yeah.
Where are they now type thing. But Peter Jones, I think he started when he was like in his 30s, maybe 34 or something. But you see now he's just 20 years on, still in the chair, but you see him getting richer and older.
Yeah.
How
exactly.
many businesses has he invested in?
But it doesn't seem to have aged that much either at the same time, and that must be the wealth.
I really think it is, because I'm pretty sure he's had his hair done. Because you can...
Plugs, turkey hair.
He's definitely got... Yeah, and he's definitely had his teeth done.
Yeah.
And my God, I'm a big fan of Shark Tank as well.
Right, I've never really ventured into that one.
Well, I went through...
This is the American version.
Yeah. I went through a couple of years ago, just did the lot one after the other, but like full episodes, churning them out.
Dreaming about it, I bet.
I just get hooked on a show like that, and it'll tear me to bits. Like part of the reason why I want to do this podcast today is to try and get it out of the system, just let it go. Because I put it on to sleep. This is genuine right now.
Yeah.
I put it on to sleep too, and I'll stand in the kitchen
That's
and I'll
not
watch.
good.
No, I know, and I'm watching. top 3 times the Dragons Got Ferocious.
But why are you standing in the kitchen to sleep?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is separate.
No, just wherever you
I'm
are.
sat in the garden. I just. I can't remember what was my point.
To sleep, Matt.
I don't know, just that you're hyper focused and it's been 20
Oh, sorry,
years
Shark
and-
Tank.
Oh, yeah.
So I've already done Shark Tank. Obviously, I love Dragon's Den, and then I saw an episode Peter Jones on Shark Tank.
What?
Yeah,
Whoa.
like as a guest judge.
Oh, right, not pitching an idea. I see what you mean.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was pitching Dragon's Den. No, he was just there because, of course, he is. He's the English bad guy in a way, but he's kind of a nice guy, but he can be brutal.
He can play the villain if he wants to. What one I watched today, which was an old one. Sorry if I step on any toes here. I don't know what you've got planned here.
No,
But
I'm sure.
one of the inventions I saw today that got absolutely slaughtered was, well, there was 2 actually. One was called the Slim PC. Do you remember this one?
Slim PC.
And it was like, basically, he'd invented what the Apple Mac had already done, apparently 2 years earlier anyway, which was to have the screen connected to the base that had the computer in it.
Yeah.
And he'd added like some wood to it to give it a kind of a more stylish finish. But it looked horrendous. It looked shit, to be honest. And they all just said, well, it looks... Yeah, I can see what you've done. You've added wood to the computer. And I don't think... I mean, it's subjective, of course, but I don't think it looks good. So I can't invest.
Was he spilling... I've not seen that, but was he spilling stuff about like, it's like nature meets technology or something like that?
It was more
Oh,
about
they
just...
love that, don't they?
He never said that exact phrase, but it's more about just... it was saying all the advancements in computers, the inside the computer, no one's advanced the appearance outside of the computer.
Which is absolutely wrong, and they do constantly.
Yeah, exactly. And like Mac had been doing that for years anyway. At that point,
multicolored plastic.
and he was trying to do it for the PC, but with no, like, they had like Johnny Ive, who was like one of the best designers in the world. He was just like a man. No offense, but who didn't have taste, clearly.
Yeah.
Because I agreed with the Dragons, like it. Yeah, I mean, I see what you've done. It is different.
Yeah.
But it didn't look nice.
Did you look it up?
I should have done. No, I should. And the other one that was terrible was a guy who was trying to fix the problem of when you're approaching a sign, like a road sign in the car.
Yeah.
You've seen this guy
with the flashy light.
Yeah. Approaching a street sign from a certain angle, you can't quite make out the sign. So it's like flashing lights that go on the sign pole that kind of flash the direction that the traffic would be coming.
Yeah.
To sort of let you know that, traffic's coming in that direction. And when they said, because obviously for this to sell, you'd have to have the people who, look after the signs.
Is it like the council?
The council, the government, yeah. Whichever department that is, who are in charge of that, they need to be on side. And he said, have you asked them about it? And he said, yeah, the woman in charge of that isn't interested. Oh yeah, and the other thing is, it's actually hilarious. The other thing that he said in that one of the dragons said, "Have you got a patent on it?" And he said yes. And he said, "What have you got a patent for?" And he said, "Because it's a good idea." Obviously, it meant what element of the invention. Anyway, I just weirdly watched those today. So
but,
had to get them off my chest.
They tore him to bits.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I need to press on a little bit actually because
Fair enough.
I could just talk about episodes of Dragon's Den, to be honest.
No,
There's
and
so
we
many
will.
cracking good ones. Great.
No, honestly, we will. But I have to say this. This is what I want to start with.
Okay.
Why has the show been so successful? Why do I watch hours and hours of it on YouTube? Is it Peter Jones's big dick energy? Deborah Meaden's knowing glances? Is it Theopathetus's constant talk about his kid's inheritance? I'm going to waste my kid's inheritance. Is it Duncan Bannatyne's inability to be nice or invest in anything? And I do want to stick a pin in that, John, because I want to come to you about Bannatyne.
Oh yeah.
Or is it the inventions and their inventors? Is it the entrepreneurs we root for? Now, before we get chatting about this, I think it would be a great idea. I've got a guest that's actually coming on the show to talk to us, who's actually a bit of an entrepreneur himself.
Okay.
He's
Interesting.
He's about to make a cracking big dent in the Eggcup business.
Of course.
It's funny man. It's funny/businessman Simon Balch.
Oh, amazing. Oh, I love Simon.
So we'll get him. He should be in the waiting room now.
Okay, I'm going to admit Simon Balch now.
Ding dong.
Hello, mate.
Oh, and there it is. Can't see you yet, Simon.
No, it's okay.
I can see
This is amateur hour.
Oh, here we go.
Absolute amateur.
We're in.
Well, this is a surprise for me. I didn't know you were coming on. We've been talking about entrepreneurs, haven't we? And Dragon's Den.
So we're talking about Dragon's Den today, Simon, and
yeah.
we were basically talking about why is the show so successful? You know, is it the dragons or is it the entrepreneurs that we're rooting for? And I said to the lads, well, before we discuss that, I've actually got an entrepreneur, the CEO of an Eggcup company, to come on the show, and it's you, Simon Balch. And for the listeners, well, I described you. This was your intro, Simon. I said we're going to be joined by an actual entrepreneur who's about to make a cracking big dent in the Eggcup business. It's funny/businessman Simon Balch.
And that's nice.
That's not too bad, is it?
It's quite good for you. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Well, yeah. Thank you for that. I mean, I guess I don't know. Am I an entrepreneur? I mean, I don't know if I'm actually a funny man, to be honest. I mean, I think sort of what is affecting my Eggcup journey slightly is that I have previously done comedy.
Yeah. Right.
And with sort of, limited success. And then people now aren't taking sort of what I'm doing now totally seriously,
Well,
I think. But I am genuinely like trying to crack the Eggcup market.
Well, and so here's the thing: is
it sounds like I'm taking the piss, but I'm
I know.
I'm genuinely trying to
I basically
get an Eggcup business going.
I messaged Simon, and I just wanted to know if it was real, because I know him to be a funny man as well, but he can be very serious, and this is all true. So for the listeners who don't know what the hell we're talking about, Simon, what happened 11 years ago, and where are you at now?
Okay, so 11 years ago, I was reviewing various things on YouTube, including an Eggcup, just for a laugh, just for a bit of fun, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm reviewing this Eggcup, double Eggcup, from Kitchen Craft, the manufacturer, and I called them up to discuss, the Eggcup and the features, what have you, and then said, it's a great Eggcup, but have you thought about a triple Eggcup?
Yeah,
as a bit of a joke, and they're like, oh no, that could be quite good. And then I said, can I possibly pitch you some Eggcup ideas? Just try my luck. And she went, yeah, all right, and gave me the head of buying at this company's the head of buying at this company. So then I went back to the sort of YouTube channel. It wasn't a big channel, I think it probably had about, I don't know, probably under 1,000 subscribers at that point. And said, let's pitch this. I've got access. Let's pitch some egg cups to this company. And I got, I don't know, about 20 ideas back, got them drawn up by my friend, and sent them off. I mean, and most of them were,
Well, one included the novelty dog egg cup, which was
the dog poo.
Yeah.
The dog poo egg cup.
That was good.
Yeah. But I think actually that, I mean, I am looking at actually producing that.
Okay.
But the three one, sorry, but the 3 egg cup. Are you saying that, does it not exist?
No, there's nothing on the market.
Yeah, have you got a patent on this?
What, the free egg cup?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, but sorry, carry on.
So I sent them ideas of these, like 20 ideas we got from the channel.
And at this point, from your point of view, it is still a bit of a lark, a bit of a silly,
bit of fun. Yeah,
kind of thing.
I mean,
but you've
bit of
fun.
light-hearted
Yeah, but back in mind, you're thinking, well, but maybe actually.
Yeah, I just go with wherever sort of the direction takes me, really. So sent these things off. It had like Isha's Impossible Egg Cup, like the Dog Poo Egg Cup, Greg Wallace, Egg Cup and stuff, and send them off. Wasn't expecting to hear anything back, and then he replies that, yeah, we'll make some of these. So and 2 months later, I was in receipt of these 50 egg cups. Which here they are. I can show you. Do you want to see?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Please.
Yeah.
So this is actually I'll show you. So it's proper, legit stuff.
I mean, it looks great. So
they've got soldiers, English, London soldiers on there, beef eaters.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the Humpty Dumpty. So
very good.
Oh, very
you
nice.
Stick the egg in there and pretend it's Humpty Dumpty.
That's
you can
amazing.
fall off if you want.
So yeah, for the listener.
And then, but
sorry,
the concept are sort of. Sorry to interrupt, but
no.
Our sort of USP, I guess, is like having the soldiers really close to the egg cup.
Yeah.
God, that's so clever. How have I never made that?
Yeah, exactly.
John
It's
will be
very
loving this.
Humpty Dumpty, soldiers.
And if you like that, look how your soldiers are basically.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Oh wow.
There's no sort of wasted time. It's just straight to the dunking.
That's amazing.
So I feel like we should describe what this looks like for the listener,
Yeah,
just to give an idea.
I
We'll
was
put some pics
Is
online,
this an
but
audio podcast?
it's just audio. Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty pointless. Then.
No,
Well,
I'll
it's
great
not.
for us. But what I was going to say, we're so old. If you follow Simon Balch on his Instagram, he's like, oh no, it's actually on your YouTube, isn't it, Simon? You've got a
I think it's
video.
everywhere. I sort of just started using. I mean, I've just started using Instagram. Can't get my head around it. It's quite good fun, isn't it?
Yeah, YouTube. Simon Balch.
Yeah.
There's a video and you can actually see these designs and all the
It's
drawings.
on TikTok.
Is it
TikTok
TikTok?
That's where it's
where
doing
I'd
quite
seen it.
well.
Oh right. Okay.
So get on
Yeah.
TikTok. There's so many.
Yeah,
I know.
So many bloody services. Isn't there? It's just. What's your name on that? On TikTok.
Well, so this is leads me on to now.
Nice.
I think I'm going for it. I'm just trying to make this, an egg cup business work. I've no idea what the market is, whether it's feasible, whether it's just going to be a sideline, whether I can turn, a side hustle into my main hustle. But I think I'm just going to try and find out. And
Yeah. Why not?
I'll let you know. But so this is so now I've got a name for the egg cup company, which is Mega Cups. But
Brilliant.
MEGGA.
Oh,
Brilliant.
nice.
Very good.
So
Very good.
Yeah, great. And it's got egg cup in the middle, so it's pretty good.
Oh, brilliant. That's great.
Make egg cups great again is kind of a bit of the slogan as well.
Well, yeah. But I genuinely think the 3-egged egg cup is actually a genius idea because if you want 2 or 3 eggs, you don't want to get 2 egg cups.
Yeah, of
You
course.
just get the mega one.
So that was your original idea, wasn't it? Is that one in production? Because that's not one of the. I think I should very quickly just describe the designs that you've just showed us, just for the listener. It's kind of an egg cup on a small tray, but it's got the soldier holder as part of the tray, which is really clever. And as like you say, it puts the soldiers, the toast soldiers, very near to the egg cup, so the egg's not going to go cold, and the toast isn't going to go cold before they've combined. Love that. The other design is very similar, but it's more, I guess it's more fun, more quirky. You've got soldiers painted on where the soldiers would be, and then the egg cup itself is like Humpty Dumpty's trousers, and then you'd put an egg in there to become Humpty Dumpty himself. These are fantastic designs, but your original design, the 3-egg egg cup, the triple egg cup, is that one that's in talks or in production or not?
Well,
is that
it
just
was
gone?
11 years ago. I was pretty, it was. We were in talks about it, but that was mainly me just saying, "Look, I've got this idea. It's called the triple egg cup," and them going, "Whatever."
Yeah, I suppose we're in talks about it now, aren't we?
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I guess do people eat 3 eggs for breakfast? I mean, I think double egg cup is sort of almost.
I mean, it's one of those...
It could be his and hers, sharing an egg cup.
Well, you call
the double egg cup was quite close together, so it'd probably be more for
Simon,
a greedy little egg muncher,
protein has never been as big than it is now. So you can corner the market of the gym guys. Do
you know what I think? Yeah, part of it I've discovered since going into the egg cup world that America doesn't really. They're like, egg cups. What the hell's that?
They don't,
because they don't. They have hard boiled eggs. Yeah. So part of my plan is also to sort of crack America.
Yes,
brilliant.
By introduce them to the English culture of eating softballs eggs for breakfast.
The problem with that, I'm 100%. I was reading a Reddit post about this very thing, and people like Americans are going, "What? So you just eat undercooked eggs?" I was like, "Well, when you put it that way, but we don't have disgusting eggs." I was
Right, yeah,
exactly,
salmonella and all that stuff. Whereas they don't vaccinate and they wash, don't they, and get rid of the protective coating.
And I hear that their eggs are really expensive at the moment as well, aren't they, over there?
That's a good point.
That's maybe an issue. But sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to ask Simon if he's thought about with the triple egg cup. Have you thought about?
Matt, you were really hitting.
I think Matt loves it. He wants the triple one, doesn't he?
Do you know? Because you could have it like. I don't know if you've got this already, but like curved almost, so it goes in the shape of your plate. So
around the top.
Not taking up a great deal of room. So you could fit it on a plate. But my question was going to be, have you got one, or are you thinking about making one, which is, it's the triple egg cup, but you've also got the toast rack built into that, so it really is that kind of mega cup.
That would be mega.
Yeah.
I can't, this sounds so sad. Like if you're listening, thinking, I can't talk. I've got like three designs coming up, but I'm so paranoid.
I see.
Right.
Yeah, no,
what
fair.
you think is a great idea, I mean, because it's not far enough down the line. I don't think anyone would pinch my egg cup ideas. I don't really know who my competitors are, but I can't. You
never know.
I'll come back on.
No, do
because I'm getting some prototypes made of, the second egg cup is. If I use an analogy, it's sort of like a musician making their second album kind of thing. It's difficult because my first ones have been reasonably successful, but I want to really cause some ripples with my second designs.
Of course. Yeah.
I sound like a twat.
No.
But
why not?
It's
I think you're onto something.
It seems to. I think. Well, the interesting thing is like. The TikTok video seems to do pretty well. Most people like suggesting ideas for egg cups.
Yeah.
It seems to be one of those things that people have just got. An idea about what would make the best one.
It's captured the imagination of TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's good on TikTok. It's got. I think it's got 15,000 views. It's not bad for a sort of aging, middle-aged numbnuts.
No, that's. Did you say? Have you got any available to sell? Are you selling them?
Yeah, man.
Right, and is this on a website or through a market?
Yeah, no, I'm doing it through Etsy. I've got an Etsy shop set up. Perfect. And so the first one, I got 50, so I'm trying to get rid of them, but that's all for charity, for the Fresh Start for Hens charity.
Amazing.
Yeah, which they rehome sort of, commercial laying chickens, and I think apparently chickens make really good pets.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, but that's what they
give
say.
Back as well, don't they? I have a friend who has like 3 chickens, and she's got eggs every day.
Yeah, eggs coming out of their arse.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's a great.
So
slogan.
yeah, so So once I've done that, I'll be producing my second range, as it
Your
were.
second batch.
My second, hey, love it.
Great.
So can I ask, Simon, because I watched your video before about this that you put out, and I was genuinely curious. So this was 11 years ago that you had this interaction, and was it 11 years ago that they sent you these 50 egg cups?
You pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I've
Do
been
you see
sitting
where
on them for 11
I was going to
years.
say, do you see where my question's going?
Yeah. So
why is
either
it, why is it taking it? Yeah.
Either
If we were a dragon.
If I was a
the
dragon.
the egg cup market, has been flat for 11 years, but now
Sure.
it's booming.
Okay, this is it.
Or so it's either that, or my missus said, "Get rid of these fucking egg cups." Otherwise, I'm chucking them out. And I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to do a little video to update people. I'm nothing if not prolific. I should have done it sooner, but
No, fair enough. And so, and also, so the company that you first got in touch with, you're now, they've made them for you, I guess. Have you paid them a fee for that? And you now own those?
They were lovely. They're a lovely family-run company,
right?
Called Kitchen Craft, who have now actually sold. But and the guy I spoke to, a guy called Peter, he's just a bit of a laugh. He said, "Yeah, we'll do this. So as long as you don't, want any IP on it or whatever, we just give them to charity, make 50." And it's all a bit of fun.
So that was just they just made them as a gift to go to charity, and amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah, perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
So do they own the moulds? I mean, I don't know if you know me at all, Simon, but I'm quite interested in moulds, and
you got to invest in moulds,
because it's one thing saying yes, but then they're going, we have to alter our moulds to fit the mega cups. Do you know what I mean? How does that work?
I do know what you mean.
if you wanted to make, if you sold out now,
I'm going to go and visit the factory. They don't know that. I haven't even asked them. It is going to happen.
Are you doing
Because I think
auditing?
the next one's going to be quite. I generally think it might cause a few ripples.
Okay.
And I want to go
that
to the
is
factory.
exciting.
I want to go to the factory and see the first one pop out of the egg cup machine, however they make them.
Oh, amazing! Yeah.
And I'm presuming this is all going to be captured on video, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd have to, yeah. And so if you want to make more now, if you sell out of the Humpty Dumpty egg cup, for example, and you want more to sell, you have to go back to not the kitchen company, but they've now been bought out by a bigger company. You say, so you're now dealing with the bigger company.
The bigger company still have most of the same staff.
Right.
Unbelievably, when I rang up to try and find the guy who I originally dealing with, because I knew he had retired and I was just trying to track him down. So I rang the new company up, and it was the same lady who I spoke to.
Oh, wow.
Who was on reception. And she was like, "Oh, you little trickster."
It's the second
'Cause
call in
obviously,
10 years.
You have to record people without them knowing. And she came across really well, so I wouldn't have used it if she didn't come across well. But she's like, all the office were laughing at me. And, oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. But she's a good sport. She's she's fine.
Simon,
So I've spoken to them since, and they're now my sort of manufacturing arm. So
Amazing.
they're up for support. They're up for supporting the Egg Cup journey. So I've got. I don't know how big they are, but they can certainly make 50 egg cups.
can you promise us now live on the podcast that we have exclusivity to all breaking stories with your company, and you have to come onto the show and we get updates regularly
on the Ripple Maker?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
perfect.
That's brilliant.
No one else is asking.
But also, Simon, I'll
let me speak to my people.
I've got to say, I do miss, and it was an excellent series of yours when you were, because you were talking about when you not judged things, reviewed your sandwich reviews, your Christmas sandwich reviews.
Christmas sandwich reviews.
Yeah.
Excellent. Are we going to see a comeback?
Well, maybe. I've started doing things again, like filming stuff.
Yeah.
There are actually, I think there are 3 sort of mega fans who contact me every year saying, when's the review coming out? And I'm always like, yeah, I'm definitely doing it this year. and then obviously don't. But mate. Okay, I'll do it this year. It's
I
back.
think about that
Said it now.
every year when I get a Christmas sandwich. I always
Same.
think about the reviews you did.
Yeah.
Well, we're
I
the
had- you know
three
what,
mega
it
fans,
was-
aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
But it was disgusting doing it because I can't remember how many I ate, but I did get like ulcers and stuff because I was just eating
no.
Christmas sandwiches. But actually, that was
What a depressing sickness.
Suffering for your art.
I've got.
There's a lot of
just
divorce fathers out there that are suffering from the same ailment.
I'm just trying to remember because the guy who actually came up with the Christmas sandwich review thing, because it was with the Poke. Do you remember the Poke? But they're still going, but they used to produce more sort of original content. But it was actually a guy who was doing, I think it's called the Christmas Sandwich Index. Is it Adam Best? Oh, I forget that wrong.
Adam
I think it was
Worth.
Best. I think his name was Best. Anyway, so he was the first guy to actually review sandwiches. So he had a kind of blog or whatever,
Right.
Like back, years and years ago, before anyone else caught on. So then I came in to like do the videos essentially. So we wrote those kind of together, and then I was the sort of the ugly mug in front of the camera.
And
That was an interesting story, wasn't it?
No,
It was genuinely.
this is what our fans are interested in, to be fair. And you've also done a bit of work with you work quite a lot with Luke McQueen, don't you? He's a friend of the family, friend of the show. He's been on this show, actually.
Has he?
We're a big fan of Luke. Think he's a great guy.
The boy's a genius.
Yeah.
He is.
It really is, yeah.
You've done some
I-
great
you know-
stuff together. You still working together?
We live just about. I don't know. If I threw a stone, it would hit his house.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, no.
Like a stone's throw away, I believe the expression. I just do it in a slightly more clunky. Yeah. Bob went outside and, but
Found a pebble, and
if I dug in the dirt, I'm like,
How do I
so it's
explain
close.
this?
But he's great, and I wrote on his BBC show, the Luke McQueen Pilots.
I love that.
Which
really
was we just had it was the best time, really. Had like I think it's like 2 months or something in Fremantle's building. Whoever produced it, I can't even remember now. But we just like hung out and got to ride together. It was great. And I think he's a super talented, funny boy.
Yeah, they were great. Are they
So,
still available to watch, or are they anyway online? Because they were so funny. Like the one with the dating one, particularly for me.
The dating
was, like,
one
so
worked, pretty well, didn't it? But
so good, yeah.
I think there's just the snippets like on YouTube. I don't think you can. I don't think the full shows are still out, but I might be mistaken.
You can't even get the rights, can you, now, to put on your tickety top?
Can I not? I don't know. I haven't tried to.
Oh, fair enough.
Maybe try ripping it.
Yeah.
Simon,
Maybe.
do you have watched or enjoy Dragon's Den at all?
I love Dragon's Den. Yeah.
Yes. What is it you love about Dragon's Den?
I don't know. I love all of it really. I think you've got the sort of the comedy when it's terrible pictures, which is
yeah.
I guess sort of slightly like X Factor back in the day where you had those people a bit misguided. It's just I mean it's sort of. It's a bit cruel, isn't it? But it is just so funny.
Have you considered going on with your Eggcup business?
Well, I'm still in the early stages, Ryan. But yes, I will be applying to go on there.
I would.
Amazing. I'd love to see
I don't know. I think they might think I'm taking the piss, which I'm not. So
Are you taking the piss?
You're taking the piss, aren't you? No. But so yeah, I'm gonna try and get on there, basically.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, good.
But not yet. I need because I want to go on there and actually, I want to get an investment. I don't want to just be like sort of laughed out of town.
Well,
I want to go on there. I want to get like investment for mega cups.
Of course, yeah.
It is enjoyable. I love seeing that. My favourites are often the inventors when they're pretty dumb with the figures, but they've invented something great.
It's mad, isn't it? That this is the sort of biggest pitch. They must have been preparing for months.
Yeah.
And I know there's a bit of like stage fright and you get sort of jumbled up, but you'd thought you'd have a basic grasp. Of
Yeah.
He's like, what were your figures last year? End of last year, what you figured?
I don't know. 80 pounds. I don't. 80 pounds. I think I'm not like. And you feel bad for them
when you see them and they just start sweating so profusely, and you're just like, "Oh no, you poor person! You're trying your best, and you believe so much in your product, but you have no skill as a presenter of anything."
It's so much pressure, though, isn't it? If you put all your money into this thing, and it's your
it's hundreds of thousands of pounds on the line and public. Humiliation.
That's it, isn't it? It's not only that; it's the perfect mix because you're doing it all in front of the cameras. You just know if you're sinking, beginning to sink, and it's not going well. It's like fuck, it's just going to be totally embarrassing.
It's like they're definitely going to use this.
I know, and it's when you can
it's good TV.
You can smell the fear.
On
some of them, they come in, you can hear the immediate nerves in the voice where it's like, I'm here for £100 investment, 100,000 for my idea, mega cups.
Oh no. Yeah, I'll be absolutely shitting myself. But you get to a certain age and it's just like, oh, you might as well.
Yeah, you got it, ain't you?
How much money would you ask for what amount of equity, if you don't mind me asking?
Equity.
Oh, I'm shaking Ryan's
and
hand.
you'd have to call it equity as well.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have to write my pitch, aren't you? I don't know. I mean, like...
Are you willing to give 10% away?
What now?
If for say, you're going to need...
The Dragon's Den.
I'd say you're going to need at least 50... You're probably going to need 80
I'm
grand.
thinking 50.
50
grand. Yeah, all right.
50k. Now... What are you going to value your company at this point? Where do you think
I'd probably just say 5% and settle at like 25.
Yeah, fine.
For 50,000. What does that value my company at?
200.
Sounds about right.
200,000.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because think of your launch.
Yes, I mean, do you know? I've been operating for 1 month and I've made about 150 quid.
That's
pretty
not
good.
bad.
But that is not including postage, which takes it down to about 120 quid. Then boxes is about 110 quid.
Yeah.
And then it's all for the bloody fresh start
for the
hens, isn't it? So
charity.
I've made fuck all.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I've made nothing.
When our first year of doing this podcast, we did some merch and we did some placemats. And I discovered that we were losing money on every placemat sold because the postage was so much. So we were paying out. We were paying out.
Unbelievable. Now.
It was like, oh no, someone's ordered another placemat. So it's going to cost us like 50p every time.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Because
it cost me £4 5 pence to post an Eggcup.
That's crazy.
Where was it going? Yeah, I love maps.
I only do the UK. It's anywhere in the UK. It's £4 5 pence second class. Small package.
Oh, because it's
small parcel.
The ideal is you'll launch probably at Easter, because I'm sure you've got in the workings the Mega Easter Cup or something crazy like that. Haven't you?
Plans have already started.
And then once you sell the business eventually to, I don't know, Kraft or saying Kraft, who'll buy it?
John Lewis.
But try and get
if you get it
in John Lewis,
you get them affiliated with John. That's the big one. That's the golden goose.
You want to be appearing, like getting a glimpse of your Eggcup amongst other products, but a glimpse of your Eggcup in the John Lewis Christmas ad on that table in the house. That's going to be there. That's the dream.
Habitat as well.
Perfect.
Although actually, I'm going to. I think I am going to get a physical presence. So I'm looking into getting a Camden market stall.
Nice.
Oh, perfect.
And because I think just stick some Union Jacks on and that kind of stuff, and flog them to the tourists.
Yeah, some kind of like punk, like Sex Pistols image of the Queen with the David Bowie flash on her face.
I'm just picturing you on Dragon's Den, just saying, stick some Union Jacks on, just flog them to the tourists.
I think I'm speaking their language.
Of course, yeah.
Simon, I was wondering obviously, if you feel free to leave, as you've given us a great amount of your time and a great quality of stuff.
I've got nothing else to do.
Okay.
If you want to stick around, and Ryan, if you don't mind him sticking around.
No, not at all. We are on a timer now because there's 3 in the thing, so we might just have to stop and start. That's okay. We've got quite a while left on the timer.
Well,
we could. I mean, what's
no. Honestly, I'd love you to stay around.
I don't know if I've got. Have I got anything else to say? Probably not much.
Well, no, but you're a guest now.
But you're a guest on the podcast, so you can just be
am I?
you can just be part of the
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
Why just hang out?
Yeah, if you just want to hang
Well, I
out
presume
and
this-
chip in as and when.
What are you guys going to do?
Well, I'm not sure. Matt's got
Wait,
some stuff
When
lined
me and
up.
Ryan are going to start kissing, and then John usually just sits in his chair.
Jerks
Like I
off.
said, Simon, we're not even recording.
Is that the time? We're not even recording this. We're not even recording.
No, I just wanted to hang out with you, to be honest, and I felt like you.
That's fine.
Not seen you in a while, so
No,
That's fine. I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it.
no, I'm only kidding. It's so we are called Terrible Features because we not just because we've got terrible features, but also because we play features that we've created over the years. We've been playing recording this podcast. So if you want to stick around, you can play a few features with us if you like.
Yeah, I can't stay for long. No, I generally, I might. Do you know what? I go to bed about like 9:15.
well, you stay as long as you want. You can go now if you like.
Is
or
that
you can-
pathetic? What time do you guys go to bed?
Oh, like after 12, they're easy.
What?
These days,
Oh, you got
No, really?
1 a.m.
No, probably genuinely probably about 11:30.
My rule is
Well, you were
to-
showing off by half an hour.
2
I
a.m.
was, yeah.
I'm in bed by ideally 10:30, lights out, asleep by 11.
That's
Well,
acceptable.
I'll tell you what, Simon. You can have a play of the first one and then see how you feel. You can always leave after that if you want. It won't take long. It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah, I probably will leave, so it won't be judging whatever happens next.
Right.
But I do. I have. I probably. What's the time? Yeah,
No.
I've got to go.
No worries at all.
This is
How long
fine.
does it take?
You've given us so much, and it's like really amazing to speak to a real entrepreneur. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, who's Matt got here? Who's actually? But of course, you,
The Eggman.
the Eggman.
I don't know. It feels weird to be called an entrepreneur. I mean, I'm not a very successful one.
But the problem is, though, Simon, if you were successful, you wouldn't be on this podcast.
Yeah.
If you were
I would,
successful,
that's not true. I would be.
successful
I'll come back.
entrepreneur.
If it all works out, I'm coming back.
Amazing.
Oh, okay. Right, we've got that recorded now. So, lads, obviously, there's winners on Dragon's Den and there's losers to some degree. Now, what I've put together is people that have gone on Dragon's Den, not got an investment,
Okay.
and then gone on to still continue with the business and see where they're at. Mm-hmm. In this is a preacher, actually, right? It's a good point.
Oh, this is like a pre-feature. It's when we're just Simon. It's when we're just testing out a potential future feature
Yeah.
called a preacher.
This is technically a preacher. We've got a couple actually. First one is called "What's It Worth," and in this feature, what I want you to tell me is what the company is currently valued at or sold for.
So this is a company that was on Dragon's Den back in the day, and you've looked at what it's worth now, today.
As in these are people that didn't get any investment
Right, but they still kept the company going.
to see where they're at now,
Yeah.
and this is called "What's It Worth," and we do have a little jingle for this.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
What's it worth to you?
It's as useful as a pair of rubber lips on a woodpecker.
That was not. Yes, the Theopathetus there. Again, just some of the slanderous things he says.
Pair of rubber lips on a woodpecker.
What an unusual way to
Yeah, I
say
know.
something's useless.
Hey, let me tell you, he said worse. Lads, number one is, and I want you to all give me an answer of monetary value. The first one is trunking. Now, do you remember?
Oh my
Trunking.
god.
Oh, yeah.
It's the suitcase for kids that's got wheels on it and a lead so that adults. You've got kids, John and Simon. I don't know if you've ever invested in a trunkie or you must be aware of it.
I don't
I'm
want to
aware
say.
of it.
I don't want to say because it'll change people's.
Right. Maybe you're not aware of it then.
I think I've seen them, though. It's the little pull-along case, like the
Yeah.
colourful cases pull along.
So-
And they turned them down.
Yeah, so Trunky
Right.
went in asking.
Did they?
Well, because one of Theo's things is he likes to tear the product to bits,
Yeah.
like rags at it,
Oh, right.
and
Oh, like literally with his hands.
yeah, like literally
Right, I see.
rags it at. And with this, he managed to pull a handle off, and he was really going for it, like putting all his force in, and it did snap one of the clips. And then afterwards, when he didn't get investment, this guy who invented Trunky was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's for like 5 to 7 year olds. Like they don't have the strength that Theopathetus has. They're not going to be tearing at the clips with man strength."
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. But he went in looking for £100,000 for a 10% investment.
What does that value the business at? Then?
I think it's a cool million, is it?
Cool,
Yeah, I
million,
thought so.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm looking for how much. So that sold a couple of years ago. How much did this sell it for?
It's got to be it's a big figure, isn't it?
It's got to be pretty large.
Trunky's. When did they sell?
They sold in, I believe, 2024. Oh no, actually, I have to double check that one. I think it's quite recent, but have a think, and I'll get back to you.
I've got a figure.
I've got
What we're doing here.
Yeah, I've got a figure. How do you want to go?
When did they sell?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, 2023 they sold. So, John, how much did they sell for?
800 million.
800 million. Simon?
I don't think it's as big as that.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Well, I don't know. You don't know.
You never know, mate.
Could be.
No, I don't have to justify my answers.
Absolutely. Psydog Millionaire, we're going to have to push you on this one.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was my go.
I can go in the meantime.
Yeah, go on.
So I put 50 million.
50
And
million?
that's written down.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 105 million.
105 million. Okay, so it sold for, and this is, I'd say, less than you'd imagine. It only sold for 12 million.
Oh.
Is it?
Yes.
I would have said
I've
more.
skewed it by going massive, haven't I? There?
And the
I feel like
dragon.
maybe other people.
So, Ryan, I think you get the point there. You went 50
know
mil.
The reason I went that high is because I know so many people who have one or who have bought one. Like, it's almost most households.
It's in your life, isn't
to
it?
my mind, yeah.
Yeah.
It can't be an international pattern, then, is it? I mean,
Well,
like,
it
there
must
be
not be,
UK.
right?
I mean, what is it? Just it's a small
Ryan,
suitcase on wheels.
It's a small, hard suitcase on wheels that a kid can ride on and be pulled along on.
So is it like this?
But
Yeah.
But Ryan, also, I remember this episode. I thought they would have got the money because the thing is, it fits inside a hand luggage.
Right.
on an
Okay.
airplane.
Perfect.
So
yeah.
it's within the boundaries.
But what would the patent be on that? I wonder, because like there's
Well,
not.
just on a unique suitcase
Just-
on wheels that can support the weight of a child, I guess.
Well, I think
And
it's.
that go and moves along.
I think
And
it's.
also they got loads of patterns, loads of colourways.
But all suitcases
Like
are a
animals.
colour, are on wheels, are plastic.
To be honest, I think it's mainly the name that was
Yeah,
the big thing.
okay.
Because they started making a range of stuff. Like they had a backpack that turned into a. What do you call them seats that you put in cars for kids?
Car seat.
Car seat. And I think Trunky was like, it just becomes the name.
Yeah,
now.
I see, I
So
see.
You pay for that. A point to Ryan. Second one, there's only 3 of these guys, don't worry. Inventor Sean Pulfrey presented the Tangle teaser to the Dragons.
Oh my
if you
God,
remember
yeah.
this.
Another big one.
And this was, believe it or not, they turned him down. He was seeking 80 grand. Not a lot of money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. For what it.
For
Yeah.
15% equity. All the Dragons declined.
What did they say? It's just like a.
They were fools.
You're trying to sell us a comb. That kind of comment.
They were fools.
Deborah Meaden said, well, I've got a big one of these in my stables at home for my horses, for detangling horsehair. What's to stop someone from just reducing the size of the horse one and putting it for a kid's one?
Right. Yeah.
And he was like, it's the soft tips that bounce back. You can't get... I've got a patent on this.
Perfect.
But they would
yeah.
have it. They had, and you know when they get nasty, the Dragons, as well, and they're all like egging each other on.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
You're wasting my time.
Like
But they were bought. The Tangle teaser was bought.
So they're egging each other on when Simon goes in.
Brilliant,
And they're dead.
brilliant.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah.
Company bought someone bought the company in 2024 for how much?
I mean, I know for a fact because we did a video about it at my old work. They got the money in the end from HSBC.
Oh, what? So you know the
just
answer.
know.
No, I don't know the answer.
You know too much.
I just
Oh,
know.
they got
You
the
should get that
money.
to yourself, right?
But I don't know what it sold for. I've no idea. I didn't work on that video. I worked on one about Brewdog, which also got the money from HSBC.
Do you know what, guys?
Doesn't matter.
Because it's Ryan's.
My
But I don't know the answer. I'm going to get it wrong. But I'm going to go high.
my friend is the person who does that for HSBC, but I don't know if he did either of those.
Oh,
His
so we're
job
both
is
as bad as
to
each other.
invest in small businesses.
I'm going to give you a clue because it's Ryan's birthday today. I'm sorry to spring that on you. I like calling you Bolshy, Simon, and we met up with Sheps the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bolshy and Sheps, who you're aware of.
I'm aware of Sheps, yeah.
Yeah.
You work with Kyle. Is it Kyle
Yeah,
Shepherd?
Kyle, yeah.
No, but is it Kyle
Shepherd,
Shepherd?
yeah.
It is Shepherd.
Carl Shepherd, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the Sheps is
Yeah, and I call him Sheps.
a clever play on Shepherd.
And I was saying to him, I was like, do you call him Bolshy? Because I always call him Bolshy. And I don't think he does he? He's never
Well,
called
he
Bolshy.
said he thought your name was Simon Balch, which I think it may be. How would you say your name, Simon? Out of
I
interest,
don't know why I'm scoffing. It's Balch.
Balch.
So Balchy's fine.
Balch. So none of us have got it right. He was saying Balch.
Oh, I've
We
called
say
you
Balch.
Simon Balch numerous times
For
during
years. So it's
forever.
So it's Balch.
Don't mind. It's better than, some...
But when
some other people
when I
who,
call you Bolshy, it's not you don't go, oh,
No, I like it.
all right,
It's
cool.
quite cool, I think.
I'm gonna
Yes, welcome.
because it's your birthday, Ryan. I'm gonna give you a bit of information that I was going to hold back on.
Okay.
The company that bought Tangle Tees was Bic.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, them it raises, don't they? So it's interesting.
Plastic molds. Okay, it's the molds.
That's what you're paying
well done,
for. That's all they're
always
paying
the
for.
moulds.
That's all they're paying for is the mold.
To some degree, Ryan, yes, but that's another show.
But again, it's the colourways, it's the patterns. I've got 2 in my house. One of them's got unicorns on it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? There are endless possibilities with these Tangle Teases.
Oh, you've actually got one in your gaff,
I've got 2. One of
right?
them's gone missing at the minute, though. It's very
Simon,
annoying.
have you got one in the house?
I don't know. None of us got curly hair, really. So
Right. Okay.
Neither
We don't
of
have any horses.
I don't have any horses. But yeah, it's just the best thing for kids' hair, really.
Is that?
It's just
nuts
better
on
than all.
Actually, I think my daughter does have something, either a Tangled teaser or the equivalent.
Yeah.
How old is your daughter?
14.
Yeah,
God.
But I've got friends of mine who are grown-ups who go, "Oh my God, they're the best thing ever! I can't believe we didn't have them when we were kids." Because it used to be like your mum just ragging a brush through.
The demonstration you
Girls' hair.
gave was amazing. I mean, it
Yeah.
showed exactly what it did on the tin, but they didn't go for it. Sorry, when I said, "Oh God," when you said you had a daughter at 14, Simon, is because I remember you coming to see a live performance of ours when your missus was pregnant.
Yeah,
That's about 14 years ago.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Yes.
That's spooky stuff, isn't it?
about that. Yeah,
Just good with the figures.
Woo! Anyway, I'm going to need some answers now, guys. Ryan, how much did it sell for?
I've gone 300 mil.
300 million. That's a lot of money in it, that. Simon?
not a big.
I'm just going to go 105 again.
105 million. That's a lot of money as well. John?
68 million.
68 million. He's played it
That's-
safe this time.
He's played it tactically.
Fair
I'd
enough.
have
I
gone
mean,
for
if that only sold for
104
12,
would have been tactically, actually. That would be better.
I can reveal that one of you is only 60 million off.
Okay.
It sold for a whopping 165 million.
Oh, nice one.
So I think
Yeah.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Simon, yeah.
the Bolschmeister gets that one.
The entrepreneur in the room has
Which-
come good.
Which was a loss for the Dragons of £25.75 million.
I'll just give Simon a... There we go.
And bear in mind, that was an 80 grand investment.
80 grand. I mean, it's now, isn't it, really, for them?
Okay, guys, last but not least, Brewdog founders James Watt and Martin Dickey were famously turned down by the BBC's Dragon's Den in 2009. They were seeking an investment of 100 grand in exchange for 20%, which I think is quite a lot, of the company. But the Dragons rejected their pitch. How much? The company's not sold, but how much is the company worth
Brewdog's huge.
Yeah, it's absolutely massive, isn't it?
as it stands?
I don't really know. I'm just pulling figures out of the air, really, out of my
Yeah,
juicy ass.
it's
Like,
It's a tricky one.
I've actually no clue what companies sell for.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've got an idea now based on the previous two, but that's literally the
And
only
then you
information
think,
I
is
have.
that
yeah.
an idea?
I know.
Thought
I
Drunky
know.
was-
It's in
So for more.
supermarkets, in it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
Brewdog.
everywhere. It's in the high street. It's got bars. It's got it all.
Yeah, but is it so it's bigger than Tangle Teaser, you reckon?
I think.
Is it
yeah.
bigger than like? I suppose people drink more than they buy hairbrushes.
Thing is,
I would say
Tangle
so.
Teas is
That's a
like,
good point.
it costs a tenner.
Yeah.
How often do you need to buy one? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You get one or two, whereas however much of that.
How often do you need to drink? Much
Every
more.
day.
Hourly.
Yeah.
Also,
£10 a pint.
£10 a pint in Brewdog. And also, I reckon those guys who run Brewdog, when asked how much is your company worth, they'd up it a little bit, like I did with my bedtime earlier on. They'd
Good thinking. They're going to up it by half an hour, aren't they?
yeah,
The monetary equivalent.
they're going to
to
add
certain
about a
amounts.
third on, aren't they, just to like show off? You know what these guys are like.
I think, I think having listened to all. Do you want me to guess?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go for it. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go. 165 was Tangle Teaser, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to double it. So 300. I'm going to go 320 actually.
320 million. I'll go to John.
I'm going to go back up there.
Yeah.
550.
550 million. It's a lot.
I've gone 250 million.
250 million. So Ryan's gone the lowest. No, sorry. Simon's gone the lowest.
Yeah, no, you have gone the lowest. Ryan's gone the lowest, sorry.
John's
I'm 320.
John's the highest.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like this in dollars or pounds?
Well,
Pounds.
I said it in pounds.
Pounds.
Yeah, we'll have to change my. answer if
Yeah,
it's
me
in
too.
dollars.
Yeah.
So Brewdog is currently on the market for £1.5 billion.
Jesus Christ! I thought it's not going to be billions, is it? Can't be.
Which was a £350 million loss for the Dragon.
Right. Fuck.
We're so far out, aren't we?
Holy smokes! That's
It is huge for an independent.
It's big in America now. Is
an independent company, an independent small family-run company. It's fucking massive.
They said that, but
I know exactly.
I know, but
it's not really, is it?
Is it not is the connection Led Zeppelin? Is it something to do with Led Zeppelin?
I don't know if it's Led Zeppelin, but there's Beavertown that have a connection to one of these bands.
Beavertown, that might be it.
I think that
actually.
might be that, yeah.
Yeah.
But wow, okay. Well, they've done well for themselves, and
They've done very well for themselves, and you go, well, I'm glad I didn't give 20% away, because that's, like I say, 350 million that they would have...
Yeah, but I wonder, what did they give to HSBC?
well, yeah,
Or
exactly.
did they just do a loan? Did they do equity? Who knows? Ryan, you should know. You did
Yeah,
that.
I've got a video about it. I could go and watch that. They probably did say, genuinely. It's on my website. Can't remember.
Now, Simon, what position are you in right now?
It's my bedtime.
Fair enough.
It's just as well because I think there's about.
What do you mean? Like, do I need to go or what?
Yeah, no, that was
what
it.
position?
That's all I was asking, to be fair.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Listen,
it's-
you've put in a great service, so genuinely, thank you very much for coming on, and it's a pleasure to chat to you.
Yeah, we should meet up in person soon and hang out,
That would be
that'd
lovely.
nice.
have a cup
That'd
of
be
tea
good.
and a brew dog.
Listen, good luck with it all. Genuinely,
Yeah.
I will buy one for sure. Maybe I'll actually get on your Etsy.
You
Oh,
have
yeah.
to now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got it recorded.
yeah.
Oh shit! What's the name of your Etsy again? Is it Mega Cups?
Mega cups. Yeah, I've just changed it. 2 mega cups.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
All the best, Simon.
But I'll send you the link. Or you could put the link on this podcast.
Well, definitely will. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we'll put it on the show notes.
one or two click-through rate, I reckon.
Yeah.
Listen, man, that'll do.
Yeah.
Do. Double the sales. Yeah, it's gone totally flat actually. Like sales. I mean, it started pretty well, but then the last sort of 2 weeks have been pretty pretty dire.
I am genuinely going to buy one after this podcast.
Yeah.
You're buying one as well. So John, you probably
Yeah.
have to.
Simon,
don't you?
I'm on your Etsy shop right now, and it's,
yeah.
you're wearing the exact same outfit in your profile picture.
Yeah.
It's sort of
And
a
I love
brand
that
thing,
because
isn't it?
It's a brand thing, yeah.
Well, you look like an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's business,
Well,
Simon.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, you look so.
You wouldn't want to know what I'm wearing underneath. I've
Well,
just got
fair
pants on.
Yeah, true. You can't see his lower
Nothing
half.
else.
Yeah, just for the listener, Simon looks very smart in a white shirt and a blue business tie. It looks like every bit.
He
the
means
businessman,
business.
every bit the
It
entrepreneur,
means business.
and love that.
God bless.
Thank you guys.
Have
It's
a
been lovely to talk to
Lovely
you.
night, Simon.
Yeah,
You
you
too.
too.
I can't, and I've sold 3 egg cups, which is,
That's it.
what's that? 30 quid. I've been on for an hour. 30 quid.
much?
What? Hold on. What? How much is it?
Is that including P&P? Nice
Do you know what? I'll hand deliver them to
Does
you.
it come with free
Okay.
eggs?
John lives in Oxford, but okay.
Come with a fucking...
Oh no, hang on. it's 10 quid for the Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
and it's $6.50.
Whoa,
for the
there's
other
only
one.
7 left.
Does it come with a dozen eggs?
Yeah, they did say, is it what? Come with
A dozen eggs. No, it's
A.
A-list and it's for charity and it's a good quality product. So all jokes aside, I'm buying one.
But our timer is running down.
Yeah,
But
seriously.
if you do want, you obviously stay on if you want to, but we're just gonna have to leave and then come back. So maybe
No,
it's
I'm
the
going to go.
no, don't you worry about
It's
that.
been quite a long goodbye.
Yeah.
Should I do
Always
another
is.
one?
No,
Always is
you
with
go
us.
now.
Always is.
I don't want to go now. Fuck my bedtime. Rock and
Okay,
roll, yeah?
yes.
Let's stay up to
Well,
9:15.
maybe we just go until the time runs out. There's about 3 minutes left, I think. But
Yeah,
you
let's
can-
just go to the
please.
time runs out. Can we just sit here in silence?
Yeah. Let's just sit here.
Is that good podcast stuff? I don't really know much about podcasts. I listen to fitness podcasts. Would you believe?
This
Right,
is-
well, it's best to listen to
On
it.
another subject, I mean, it'll probably cut out halfway through me saying this, but don't you do a podcast about aliens, or did you? Did you?
That's a
do-
good point.
No, we did a pilot.
Oh, right, okay.
I did one with Tom Gray. Do you know
Yeah,
Tom,
'cause he had a podcast
Great
about
guy.
aliens, didn't he? And then I
very
thought,
talented young man.
oh, he's brilliant as
But
well.
yeah, he had a podcast about aliens, UFOs, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we both, so we'd worked together ages ago. We did this sort of little BBC thing together, and kept in touch. And then I actually directed a UFO show for Sky History, I think it was.
Oh, right.
And it's it's an amazing sort of topic.
Yeah, got into it.
And quite a head sort of spin. But anyway, so we were both like interested in the topic and both interested in comedy, so we combined them and did what hopefully was a funny thing about UFOs, hunting down a UFO in
Well,
Rendlesham, Suffolk,
we'll have to get you on
which
together
is where we're both from.
Yeah.
to talk about UFOs on another
Oh, the
episode. 'Cause
from Rendlesham as well. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan was about to say we're huge UFO guys on this podcast.
we
do
talk,
deep
comes up
dives.
quite a lot.
Are
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
I
episode.
interviewed Lou Elizondo. Do you know him? Like the sort of the whistleblower,
Oh no.
who's like a sort of the face of disclosure, I guess. But
Was he the guy that apparently did actually work for Area 51? Is it that guy?
no, he worked for a sort of secret branch of the American government called, I think it's called ATIP, or one of those acronyms. And he was the one who released the footage, I think it's called the Go Fast, and I think they were free clips to the New York Times.
Oh yeah. Quite
when
recently.
that article came out by Leslie Keane. No, this was like, when I think it all pretty much kicked off.
Oh,
But
okay.
he was the one who like sort of leaked those videos, and yeah, he's I think he's slightly divisive, but quite a sort of formidable guy, I think. I got to interview him.
Oh, nice.
Amazing.
But
we definitely
yeah.
have to get you back on for some UFO.
Oh, I'd love to.
chat.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I was so into it, like, I don't know, 2 years ago. But I think the thing with UFOs is, there's always this disclosure promised, and it never seems to happen, and you can get like yourself down into a complete rabbit hole. But it is fascinating. I definitely think there's something
100%.
to it all, and I think probably we're not alone, but probably not as we think.
Yeah.
But I don't think my gut is that they don't really know what they're dealing with, so it's difficult to disclose something you don't really understand yourself, I
Right.
guess. But they probably do have sort of exotic material and maybe crafts and all that kind of stuff.
Oh wow. Okay.
Who knows? But yeah, I'd love to talk about that another time. I'm
But what a
interested.
trailer that is for next time you come on to talk about that. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to cut off any second. But the episode that came out this week was about when Matt saw 3 aliens.
Yeah, that's the aliens. And we lost John as well, didn't we?
Yeah, but hopefully he can come back on the. Okay, if I just do.
Well, if it wasn't for the literal countdown that we were given, we'd have been like, "Oh, this is aliens interfering because Simon's he's saying too much." But we did lose him there. But I think that was a good way to lose him because it left a bit of mystery. Didn't
Yeah,
it, what he
he's
was
a
saying.
man of many fingers in many pies, you might say.
Yeah.
Or many branches to his tree. He's got the UFOs, he's got the TV producing, he's got the comedy sketches, he's got the egg cups.
He's got the eggs.
Mainly he's got the eggs.
And he underplays himself a little, I think. You know, he works a lot with the poke. He's done a lot of great stuff.
I was going to say, but I didn't know if there was time to get into it, but like all of his old, like from years ago, he used to always do like really like viral clips before everyone was doing them.
Yeah.
He was featured in like Nuts magazine as like the online, like the guy who makes all the viral clips. Like he did loads of these sort of mashup edits and things like that, and they're all, I mean, still out there somewhere.
I highly rate him on a comedic level and also just as a person.
And we were just saying, like, still hard to tell for sure how much of this Eggcup business is like, it's like, it is for real.
But he admittedly says this as well, like because of his past.
I think we've got to just trust him and say it's a genuine.
But his delivery is so dry, his humour is so dry, and everything about him is.
He has to expect that.
But it just makes you think, are you taking the piss? But then he's you know, honestly and quite, what's the word I'm looking for? But he's just coming out and saying, I really want to do this.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, okay.
No one's having it.
Well, that was the thing. I contacted him.
Ernest.
I found his number. I was like, is this still your number? And then he replied in the morning, like, yeah. And I had to say to him, I was like, look, I've just got to be straight up. This egg thing, like, what's the truth to it? Is it a true thing?
Yeah.
Because I was planning on doing some Dragon's Den stuff, and I thought, well, it's perfect because he's actually
an entrepreneur,
gearing up to sell something.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I mean, I'm getting a lot of messages and, you know, having to confirm that this isn't a joke. It's like, but then you have to understand why people would think that, judging by your past work of funny stuff.
Yeah. Well, especially
and then
like...
getting into eggs.
I know. Yeah.
Eggs are the funniest food as well.
Also, just the fact that it's like, I had a meeting 11 years ago, and now, like, that in itself is already hilarious.
It feels like, sometimes I'm like, is he Andy Kaufman in me?
Yeah.
Am I falling for it?
But also the fact that he works with Luke McQueen, who is very much in the Andy Kaufman mold of, like, you never quite know if he's fucking with you or not. And, like, even when we had him on, and I think when Luke McQueen was on, it was just very honest with everything he said. But there were things he said where we were like, really? Are you... Because when you know his comedy, you're never quite sure what's true. And like when he said he was in a hotel room because he was shooting a Nicolas Cage film, and we were like, I'm gonna have to trust you on that. But are you? Is he fucking with us? And it came to pass that he was in that film. So of course he wasn't. He's like, no, I wouldn't do that, and I don't think he would. But you understand, like with this Simon situation, why one would think that. But I want to say now to the listener of our podcast, I don't think it is. And I think go and buy those Eggcups.
Oh, definitely.
Even if it's just the money goes to charity for at least the Humpty Dumpty and the other one.
And in Simon, if you're listening back to this, you know, I've suffered the same fate as well.
Yeah.
A lot throughout my life. Yeah. Including a time where I literally got punched in the street randomly. This was during lockdown. Went home, my eye was pissing with blood. Oh. And I went into the flat and I was living with 3 other females at the time, one being my girlfriend, Louise Taylor, and comedian, and it took me about 3 times to tell her that this wasn't a joke. She's like, are you kidding? Is this a wind-up? Like, she thought I might have gone out, covered myself in fake blood and came back, which I get, but then when you're in that situation and by the 3rd time you're having to beg someone to help you because you've been punched in the face,
and that's what you get for spooking her so many times.
I know,
that is what you get.
I was like, Louise, I'm not fucking joking.
Oh, he's really dedicated to this one.
Really, just flexing those accent muscles.
He's really committed to this one. We're not buying him, not this time.
No, so I get it, but I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, of course, Simon. You know, I have to double check these things because you never know.
Yeah. But amazing, what a guy, and what a guest on this special.
Yes, it has been a very special show, isn't it? And the thing is, it's like, I still have something to do preacher-wise before we start the show, but have we got time?
I think...
Have we got time to start the show?
Yeah, I mean, have we got time to get to the point where we start the show? I think we got to continue with the preacher. If
Okay.
And then I think we're probably going to have to call it...
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think there'll be quite a bit of editing.
Right, yeah.
So I think we're good for time.
Okay.
If you're good for time. I do want to go for a piss.
Oh, hold on.
Part of me is like, I don't want to waste time playing piss or pass, but pass or piss, sorry.
Are we going to do more on trivia?
But I suppose we have to.
Yeah, hit it. Just hit it.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think where's more on trivia? You got it.
I think.
Pass or piss?
Okay, Ryan, we'll try and get this done quickly for you because we are on a... I'll just split the deck right from the middle. And here we go, Ryan.
Yep.
What drug does Alcoholics Anonymous deplore?
Alcohol?
Yep, that's correct. You're lucky with the moron trivia, I've got to say.
Pass or piss?
Well done, Ryan, on that question.
Yeah.
Moron trivia. I feel like you're almost guaranteed a piss, aren't you, on the first?
Yeah. I mean, were they thinking there that maybe a moron wouldn't know the word deplore? Maybe? Was that? Maybe? I don't know. But
yeah.
a great...
that could be the trick part of that question.
it's just too... I think that with moron trivia, it seems too easy, but it's not. That's what you need to remember.
Whose
You
idea
have
was
to
that?
think like a moron.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
before the piss break, we had a really good conversation with Simon. How did he pronounce his surname?
Balch.
Thank you, John.
Balch.
And yeah, go and follow him on TikTok and look at some of the designs that he's had for the Eggcup that he's put forward because it's definitely worth a watch. But we are talking Dragon's Den, and before we go, I would like to play a little fun game with you guys if you're up for it.
Yeah.
It's called Peter Jones and Me.
Okay.
Now, you may know Peter Jones from Dragon's Den. Obviously, he's my favourite dragon.
Yep.
Now, it's like the pin-up. He's the pin-up dragon, you know.
Oh,
He's got to be the nation's favourite dragon, hasn't he?
I guess so. I don't know, actually. You know, Deborah Meaden's
He's been there
coming...
20 years.
Deborah Meaden's come into her own in recent years.
I
She seems
do-
to have
yeah.
quite good politics, and she seems to have a good sense of humour. Like, she was on that Murdering Successful...
Oh, yeah, she
and
was.
she was pretty funny on that, and like game for a laugh. I don't know. So
And to be fair to her, she's very vocal about she's vegan and she only uses recyclable plastic in her whatever product she gets behind.
Okay.
So she's eco-conscious with that stuff, which I think, you know,
She's gone up a
you don't
man's
have
station,
to be
hasn't
like that. And I was surprised to hear it because I always had a bit of a thing where I was like, gosh, she seems really mean. But then actually, the more I see of her, I'm like, no. Unfortunately, she just looks mean.
yeah, she's actually quite a nice person. It seems like
She doesn't... She's probably one of the most decent dragons.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
to be fair, has lasted
yeah.
one of the longest as well.
I used to quite like that Australian guy. He seemed nice. Peter Farrelly, was it?
Yeah, a bit of a
Is he the one
heartthrob.
with curly hair?
No, I think he had like
Curtains.
straight sort of curtains, like 90s style. He was a hottie, absolute.
He was a hottie, but he didn't have much
money.
much money. Must go. Well, the lady that invented the whole came up with the red letter day idea. She was a dragon for a while, and then obviously they just went bust.
Oh, really?
And she probably had to, you know, she's skint.
She had to come on the show.
She had to go on the show. Yeah, blue letter day.
The woman on there for a while who was the owner or Eddie Stobart person. Did you see this? She always had huge shoulder pads.
Yeah, Hilary DeVay,
R.I.P.
and God rest
Wow.
her soul, R.I.P. Yeah.
Oh, is she dead?
I think she died. Yeah,
During
yeah.
COVID.
But she was a good one. Yeah, she always used to have an itchy foot, didn't she? She'd say a catchphrase was if she was annoyed at someone, "You're making me foot itch," which I think she meant I want to kick you. I think that's what she meant by that. I'm not sure.
Oh, right, okay.
I think that's. But yeah, I think she died sadly. Yeah, but
Yeah.
she was a character.
Kind of went under the radar a little bit. But Theo Pathetus, in terms of firing out the abuse and stuff, the some of the phrases he has, you're about as useful as, are just it's gold. But honestly, Duncan Valentine, you rarely see him invest, and he's just so negative and horrible.
Right.
John, I know you worked for a chain of his gyms at one point.
I did.
Did you hear a few things
Yeah.
about him?
Well, you know, allegedly, there was a rumour that the manager of the gym told me, basically,
Are you willing to talk about it here?
this
on
is
the podcast?
allegedly, right?
Yeah, allegedly.
Whether there's truth to this, I don't know. But there was a picture of Duncan Valentine in the foyer, and it's him kind of imagine like a headshot style, but in colour, like an actor's headshot.
Right.
And he's got like a little necklace hanging down, open black shirt, kind
Always.
of leaning down.
Early noughties.
Really dreadful.
Yeah.
Horrible thing to have the owner of the whole fucking gym in there.
Shrine.
Yeah.
Basically, and there's a light shining on it as well to pick it out. Beautiful.
Right, of course. Yeah.
And the manager said to me, he's like, if that light's ever not on, and he came, sackable offence. Someone got sacked
Right,
for that light not
really?
being on.
God.
So apparently Duncan had come to a branch and why is that light not on? Why is that light on?
Honestly,
Get it on.
What an ego.
I can believe
And I was
that,
like,
though.
yeah, I thought, yeah, probably, actually. He seems like...
Are you willing to, maybe we shouldn't talk about this, are you willing to talk about your legal battle that you had with Bannatynes?
didn't have a legal battle.
Oh, I
with
forgot about that.
Well, it wasn't a big legal battle.
But they didn't. But they didn't pay you, right? And
Yeah, they didn't pay me, so
and then you had to get your lawyers involved. Is that right?
Yeah, I got my lawyer involved.
Like, literally. But they didn't. I don't know if it's. Is that right?
They
You were
didn't
like-
pay me, and it was basically like
Letter before action.
No, it was the person who did the payroll at the branch I was at said, "Oh, because you kicked up a stink, they've probably put you to the bottom of the pile, and they'll pay you last or something." I was like, "Okay."
What?
And they hadn't paid me for like 2 months or something.
And by kicked up a stink because you asked to be paid.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And I said, okay, I can deal with that. And I know somebody who is a lawyer, and at the time happened to be working for one of the 5 biggest law firms in the UK.
And I think it's just fantastic because also you had quite a low level job at Bannatynes, didn't you? So
Yeah, I didn't
they're
know.
not
Lowest of the low.
expecting.
The lowest of the low.
Yeah,
Straight out
they're not
uni.
expecting this guy, just basically a student, to have
Yeah.
a lawyer at one of the top firms. But go on,
Yeah,
I just think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And the just called him up and like said, "Hi, I'm representing John Collins. I'm calling from. I understand he hasn't been paid." And they basically were just like, "I am so sorry. we have made a mistake."
Really?
And then they still didn't pay, and they were a day late paying again. And I said, "They still haven't paid." And she called back, and they were just like, "We're doing it now." It was quite funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just got sorted really quick. It only took the threat of legal action from
yeah, but like the terrible thing there is, of course, you had your friend who was a high class lawyer, one of the biggest lawyers
Yeah.
in the country. Most people in that job wouldn't have had that person.
No.
And then
No,
it's absolute
absolutely.
bullshit.
Yeah.
And Bannatynes there worried about the fucking light on his portrait. It's ridiculous.
I know,
Anyway.
it's mad, isn't it?
Before you left, you should have replaced it with red LED lights.
Yeah, like a devil.
Yeah, Jordan was the devil. But I'm open with this second preacher. Is we can be, potentially nicer dragons.
Oh,
But yeah. So, but what the thing is, guys, is I'm going to put you two in the den
oh, fuck! What?
individually.
Okay.
You're going in the den. The other 2 people who are not in the den will be me, Peter Jones, and John O'Ryan. Now, don't worry, because your pitch idea has already been created for you.
Oh, what?
So you don't need to worry about having to come up with one on the spot.
Oh, okay.
You simply just have to back it up and pretend that you know what you're doing. So what's going to happen is you're going to come on, there'll be an intro for you, and you're going to come on, you're going to give a little pitch about your range or whatever you've got to pitch, to put forward, and then we're going to, whoever's not in the den, not pitching, we're going to ask you a few questions
It's going to
and
become a dragon.
see if we'd like to invest.
So I just tuned out then for a second because I was so panicked about what's happening.
Lads, this preacher is called Peter Jones and Me, and I've actually put together a little jingle that you can listen to now.
Oh, wow, okay.
Peter Jones and me talk about big dick energy. Peter Jones and me, let's hope he's happy with the equity.
I'll give you £1 million, but I want 100% of it.
It's that big dick energy that
It
he
really is.
brings to the table.
Absolute massive schlong.
He's got an absolute dong on him.
An absolute huge wanger.
I'd only want 10% of his business if his business was his penis.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like
because his cock is huge.
I mean, he's 6'7", and
Is he?
yeah, he emits big dick energy for me. I don't know what it is.
It doesn't even. It's not even the energy. It's just fact. At this
It
stage.
is.
And the thing is, he's only he's only 4 foot without his dick.
Wrestled it like a pogo stick.
Let's think about that then. Has he got no legs?
Yeah, something like that.
It's like, do you know? You see those living statues who are like
Oh yeah, like
leaning
balance-
over,
yeah,
and
like
but they've
balancing
got
on
a metal pole down their leg to the floor. It's
like balancing on a walking
this is
stick or something.
dick.
Yeah, and that's pure dick. Yeah, huge cock.
Oh, right. Well, let's stop beating around the bush here and buying time. Ryan, I'm sending you first into the den as it's your birthday.
Okay.
Instead of birthday bumps, I thought I'd just chuck you into the den first.
Okay.
You feeling all right?
Yeah. So, are you going to give me the product now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll play it, and I mean, actually, we've not mentioned during this Dragon's Den episode about the guy, the fella. What's his name?
Oh, I forgot his name now. The presenter.
Yeah, that guy,
What is his name? I'll know. Evan Davis.
Evan Davis. He will cue you in.
Oh, okay.
So in this situation, John, you are a dragon.
Yeah.
I'm a dragon. Okay.
Me and you are dragons.
Okay.
Ryan's coming in for the pitch.
Okay. I don't know what this is going to be, but I'm going to hear it from Evan for the first time.
That's it.
Now. Okay.
Here we go.
Next into the den is 38-year-old entrepreneur Ryan Howes. He's looking for a £20,000 investment for a 10% stake in his company, Fart Toys. But will the dragons be as gassed as he is?
Hello, dragons.
Hello there, Ryan.
Dragons, what is the funniest sound in the world?
The sound of money hitting my bank account.
You think? But I mean, that's a good sound, of course. I don't know if that's I don't know if a child would laugh at that sound. Is my point. I'll tell you what the funniest sound is.
Okay.
It's not
Or-
bloody wrong. Oh, I can't do that.
That is
can
a
I?
good Deborah Meaden.
That was that was a good impression. One more time. And if anyone's ever had a child in their life,
Yeah.
they would know that there's nothing a child finds funnier than that sound. And what is that sound? It's a fart sound. It's a sound that sounds exactly like the sound that's made when you emit gas out of your arse and the gas flaps between your arse cheeks and it creates a kind of sound.
Right.
A fart sound. So my product is very much aimed at the children's toy market, and it's called Fart Toys.
Right.
Okay.
These are toys that make the funniest sound in the world, or at least the funniest sound to children. Children are going to love this. These are toys that fart.
Right.
You squeeze them, and they fart. We have a baby boy that farts. You squeeze it. A doll,
Right.
a doll.
Yeah, that
A
was
doll
good.
of
I
a
like
baby
that.
girl that farts. We have a little toy of a little piece of shit that farts.
Good.
We even have farting fruit. We have a melon. You squeeze it. A strawberry. You squeeze it. A banana. You squeeze it.
Telling me you've not got a raspberry, Ryan?
Do you know that's the one thing I don't have? But if we work together, we can maybe workshop some new ideas, and we could put a raspberry in the range, and that could be what you bring. And yeah, and as I say, I'm looking for 20k for 10%. Yeah, so there's my pitch.
Interesting. Ryan, I'm Peter Jones.
Oh, hi Peter.
Just out of interest, have you sold any of these things yet?
Up to now, I've just created prototypes, but I've got them patented. I've got the mechanism that creates the fart sound.
So have you got the patents with you?
Yes, I've got them here. If you want to have a look
Is
at
that pending or?
So you trying to
Patent
tell me
pending.
the next time I do a fart, then you've got a patent on that sound?
No, I don't have a patent on how your arse makes fart sounds, Duncan. However, I do have a patent on how my toys make the fart sound, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I actually like the company.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I can see, I've got 12 kids. I can see them playing with these toys. I get it. It's funny. It's a funny sound. I'm just looking through your patent here.
Yeah.
My biggest problem is whoopee cushions.
Yes.
What's to stop whoopee cushion from creating fruit whoopee cushions, baby whoopee cushions?
Well, Peter. No, I think whoopee cushions are a very different.
Ryan.
No. Sorry, I think whoopee cushions are a very different consideration, a different kind of product. Whoopee cushions, you have to blow them up.
Ooh, and in this incredible turn, Ryan has thrown a curveball to the dragons.
What I'm saying here is, my toy it reinflates.
Oh, and that's where you got the patent on.
Yes.
Now
you might say there are whoopee cushions that do this already.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, sorry, Duncan.
They do actually already exist. You fucking prick.
But do they ever really work? I don't think they do. Whereas mine, every time you're guaranteed a solid.
Didn't sound solid. Interesting. Do you know what, Ryan? You're right. I'm a big fan of whoopee cushions, and they're really, really effective because they have that kind of anal tissue that at the end basically it's the closest thing to an arsehole I've seen something make the sound of a fart from.
yes.
If I'm being honest.
Thank you.
And I know they're working on funny farts at the moment, but
Jesus
cut that out, right? But you're right. I've actually been gifted a few whoopee cushions in my time. Friend of the family, friend of the show, Libby Burt Wild, I remember, bought me a whoopee cushion, and I believe this was a self-inflating one. And you
with
are
the sponge
right.
inside.
They're just not as good.
Yeah.
You'd rather go to the effort to blow it up.
Exactly.
And get the official thing. If you're telling me your patent, the technology that you have that brings that fresh sound of a fart every time,
yeah,
you've got my ear, John.
Okay.
Duncan.
I would. I mean, I just have to say, I think the technology's there. I think it's been made. I think you're leaving yourself open to litigation. I think there's already farts on the menu.
Okay.
I just have. You seem like a nice guy, but you're a prick, and I'm out.
Okay, thank you, Duncan.
Do you know what, Ryan?
Yeah?
I think Duncan's wrong.
Oh.
I think there is a hole in the market.
An arsehole.
And I think, why forget about the funny sound of farts? Whoopee cushions, they lost their way along the way. Could this be the next whoopee cushion?
Bring them back.
I think it's a whoopee cushion for the modern era. But I don't like your equity.
Oh.
Because if I come on board, I'm going to bring a lot to the table, and I'll get it out there. I've got friends in high places. I've got friends at supermarkets. I don't know if you've heard of Asda.
I've heard of Asda.
Yes. So I'm going to probably need a bigger piece of that pie. So I'm going to make you an offer.
Okay.
What is this?
I'm going to give you the entire... Just living my fantasy.
That's just living his dream, isn't it?
This is actually just therapy. It's immersion therapy because Matt's addiction to it so
I'm going to offer you all the money,
Yeah.
but I'm going to want 50% of the company.
Dum dum. Okay.
Ryan's been offered 50% of the company.
Is it
a high price?
Is it okay?
Will he be gassed?
Is it okay if I just go back to the back of the room?
Go and talk to the wall.
Okay.
He's got the shoes. He's invented the shoes as well.
That's not my shoes. Oh. I'm just a bit nervous. Okay, Peter. Would you? What if once you'd made all your money back, would you be willing to then drop down to 25% equity?
If you can promise me that you can get my money back in 18 months,
Definitely.
Oh my god.
I will drop down to 30%.
Okay, I'd like to do a deal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Peter. You were the dragon I wanted as well.
Yes, welcome to the scene. Hey, we're going to have a lot of fun making a lot of money and a lot of fart sounds. He's done it. He's bagged the deal. Ryan, for a moment there, you didn't think you'd get the investment, but you came through in the end. How does it feel?
I can't believe this is insane.
It feels fantastic. I knew I had a good idea, but I was worried for a minute there that they weren't convinced. But in the end, I think obviously farts are funny.
Okay. Well done, Ryan. You got an investment.
Oh wow. Okay, cool.
Right. Listen, who's next into the den?
Oh fuck me!
It's
Have I
got
got
to
to
be
do it? Oh.
Sir John Patrick, ain't it?
Yeah.
Ryan,
Ready?
it's Deborah Meaden.
Oh. Okay.
Next into the den is father and businessman John Patrick. He's looking for a hefty £1.5 million for a 1% stake in his idea, Curryland, a theme park for curry lovers. But will the dragons be willing to take a chance?
Hello, dragons.
Hello.
I assume you've heard of curry,
Yes.
and I assume you're aware of the draw of the curry in English society. I would say it's unofficial, but it's often said Britain's favourite dish, Britain's official dish, is, you said it, chicken tikka masala.
Okay.
It's a meal that everybody knows. It's a meal that everybody loves. What does it come with? Naans, papadums, chutneys. I want to bring all of those together into a mixture. More than a mixture, a mélange. A world, if you will. Now, could you spend a day with curry? Could you spend a day eating curry? Probably not. But could you spend a day experiencing curry? Experiencing where it comes from, what it means, cultural, economic, all the influences of curry. What would that look like? And I think you're building a picture. And I think that picture is the same as my picture. Curry World. It's a theme park based around the most brilliant food that exists. I'm thinking...
I'm
I just saw myself on the Zoom.
Any
Looking
questions?
so serious and earnest, like this is a real meeting.
It's the only way I can
God,
get
I'm
my
sorry.
kick if it's fully serious. Is that any questions, John?
I'm not finished. I'm thinking Disneyland, but bigger, better, spicier, more fragrant. Any questions?
John. Hi.
Yes.
Deborah Mead has been listening for some time. Is she excited about what's on offer?
Hi, John. I'm Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi. So, at this curry world land,
Yeah.
are you saying there would be rides themed around curry?
Absolutely.
How would that work?
All kinds of ways.
Name one.
Grab a ticket to ride and get on there. No one taking that pun?
Yeah,
Did you say that again?
A ticket to ride.
Oh, brilliant.
brilliant. Yes.
Unfortunately, I know that I've stolen that from a Red Dwarf episode. So the
Sorry, John, are you talking about Red Dwarf? Are you serious about this company?
of course I'm very serious about it. Now,
John has ruffled the feathers of long-lasting dragon Peter Jones.
Peter, you're a family man, aren't you?
Yes,
Do your children enjoy food?
yes.
Great, glad to hear it. Think about this. Food and roller coasters. They're two things that children are guaranteed to enjoy or necessarily have to survive. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. So I'm just trying to build a picture of what you're trying to achieve here. So, I still don't have a full picture of how the curry is connected to the ride. I'm
You're confused.
there was talk of sort of history, and so is it like a museum of curry, or? But then you said theme park. I'm confused. I'll be honest.
Well, just open your fucking mind, Deborah, to be honest.
Interested. John, my wife doesn't enjoy spicy food.
Yeah.
If I was to go to this theme park, will there be mild options?
She can go to Colma Corner. You know, that's a beautiful spot. It's where they're selling mango lassies, things like that. You know, like just it's mild. That's where the teacups are. You know what I mean? If you're looking for teacups, yeah, thank you. That's Peter. That was a brilliant. Can I say that was a really good idea? Actually, I hadn't thought of that. I just feel like you and me, there's something. I don't know, it's spark.
I have a lot of ideas, but 1% does not interest me. You're valuing the company at £100 million.
Well,
how do you expect to make that money?
It's not true.
Sorry,
I'm
Deborah.
sorry to interrupt, Peter, but I've done my own maths here, and I just want to say that's actually wrong what you just said there.
Okay.
He's valuing the company at 180 million. 180 million.
And how do you expect your first year to go of sales?
First year of sales, I expect I'm going to be charging. Excuse me. Get a little
spice.
Sorry, I just had 5 naan breads before I came in. I anticipate charging for tickets £3 to £5, but I do expect that we will be visited by every single person in the United Kingdom at least twice a year.
That feels like a big ask.
That seems quite high.
Yeah.
It does. But
and is this so what stage are you at in your process of making this theme park? Have you
Purchase the acres.
Do you have land, like as in physical land, like as you say, acres? Do you have rides built? Do you have prototypes? What stage are you at?
it's very interesting you should say that, Deborah. Thank you for such a insightful question. Very much at the minute, I've got a lot of interested parties. We've got drawings. I myself have got land, some land. So,
listen, I'm going to cut to the chase here. Sorry, John. I like theme parks. I like curry. You've not mentioned a ride yet that really excites me. That I go, that's going to be the standout. What would it be? Like a Nemesis,
like
or
the iconic ride.
Yeah. What's the iconic ride of Curry World?
I mean, for example, I could say, top of my head, it's a log flume, but instead of in water, you're in curry. Sauce. And instead of a log, it's a bargee. I don't know, but whatever.
Or
Deborah,
more actually, it'd be
Deborah.
Yeah, go on.
It's so funny you should say that, because what we were thinking was rapid samosas.
Okay.
Down the Far River.
triangular
triangular.
vessels.
They're not really made of pastry, guys. I mean, that would be just too delicious.
Yeah.
But these are imitation pastries. You're riding down a river of a sauce for a fowl. There's also going to be the Vindaloo Doom coaster. That's a work in
Right,
progress.
okay.
that one.
Yeah, you don't want to get that in your eyes, do you?
No.
You get splashed by the old
Vindaloo Doom is going to be kind of, imagine the coaster's going to look like chunks of chicken lined up onto a shish kebab going through it, and it's
Really
flames,
good.
flames, 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 flames,
Right.
flames.
Has he turned things around at the last minute with his Far Rapids and chicken kebab coaster?
Listen, John, I'm thinking about making you an offer on a few conditions. I would like to see something along the lines of a Oblivonian bargee.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Something
Peter,
of this
again,
nature.
There's a spark here.
But
Sorry,
listen, my
you're
expertise
making me
and,
flustered.
yeah, my great ideas do come at a price, but I'm willing to make you an offer.
Right.
But my offer is going to be, and this is dependent on Deborah, but I will offer you half of the money, but I'm going to want 25% of the business. With 25% more than equity that John wanted to give away. Will he be sweating because of the cost or the spice? And what will Deborah do?
Well,
Ball teacups. Ball teacups.
Balti cups. Now that is good.
the thing is, John, you seem like a nice guy,
Thank you.
but it feels like you're coming into the den and you're coming up with the ideas off the top of your head, which doesn't give me a great deal of confidence that you've truly thought about this idea. Also, you spoke to me very rudely earlier on. You told me to, what was it you said? Open your fucking mind. You do not speak to a dragon that way.
What
You
about
just-
the guy who was just in here a second ago, just talking about people's asses and farts? What was that guy? He was
He-
fine, was he?
That's my company you're talking about.
He was
Oh yeah, sorry.
he was humorous. He had a good idea. He had a good idea for a business, and yes, some of the content was crass, but he was never directly aggressive or rude to a particular dragon.
Okay. Well, I apologise for that, but I've got this new idea. Right?
Well, I'm
this is
out,
good.
I'm
There's
out,
gonna
I'm
there's
out,
gonna
I'm
be a
out.
show. There's gonna be a show.
No, I'm out.
It's
I'm
a
sorry.
Cockney curry.
Doesn't
Right,
matter.
It's called Mango Chutneys Up Mother Brown.
With Deborah out and only half a deal on the table.
If I
Dragon's rules state that you have to leave with the full amount asked for.
fucking
John-
come on, Peter.
I'm sorry, John, but I'm only willing to go half. It's just
Well, hold on a
doesn't
second. Hold on a
excite me.
second.
So on that basis, John, I wish you all the best, but I'm out.
Oh no.
I've put everything into this.
John, do you regret going in with such a high amount of investment for such a low equity?
I thought this idea up last night. I don't know why you've let me on here. I'm still hungover to hell.
Well, there we have it, lads. Ryan Howes has come out with an investment there for his fart toy range, and unfortunately, Curry World.
They could have sold fart toys in the bloody gift shop.
They could have actually. Yeah, that would have been perfect.
Should have led. Peter would have been all over that. That's actually short-sighted of Peter. For mine, it's not my fault. It's his fault.
Absolutely.
Well, lads, let's hear that theme tune one more time. Peter Jones and me talk about big dick energy. Peter Jones and me, let's hope he's happy with the equity.
I'll give you £1 million, but I want 100% of it.
There we go, Peter Jones and his huge cock.
Yeah, he's absolutely thick, long knob.
And I picture it covered in scales and spitting fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I picture it like a normal man's, like flesh-coloured cock with a purple hand, veiny,
It's
maybe
long.
a little bit hairy, but longer and thicker than your average.
He must have during some sexual encounters. I mean, this is purely my opinion, and but he must have made some reference to Dragon's Den.
I really hope he has.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to give you all the investment. Oh God!
But I want 100% of your fanny. I don't know. I don't know.
Here comes the equity release.
Lads, I got to thank you for indulging in my fantasy, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. Actually, I think I've got it out of my system, and
This has been an
part
amazing.
of the idea.
Yeah, sorry.
No, but that's part of the idea, just to let go of Dragon's Den.
Yeah. So now maybe you can move on, and we'll do Shark Tank next time.
Yeah.
But what an episode! We had Simon on talking about his egg cups.
It feels a bit like a fever dream.
It's
actually.
been a real.
Please buy his egg cups.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy some, and it's
do that.
yeah, it's been a real business. It's been business, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Business not as usual, I would say.
yeah,
In a good way.
I've really enjoyed tonight.
And I guess we need to start the show though.
Yes, so John Patrick, thank you so much for coming on the show
Oh
today,
my
mate.
God.
And good old fashioned Ryan Howes, welcome to the show.
Yeah, lovely to be here.
I am MattSkillington.com, the brand.
Yeah,
I'm excited to start the show because I've had a great
pre-show. Yeah,
pre-show, to be honest.
Buckle up, there's 3 more hours.
I mean, in all seriousness, is there time to? And I feel bad, Ryan, because you've probably been working on a wheel here. But is there time to spin that wheel, or
No, I
get the
think
wheel
I'll
out?
have to save it till next week. There really isn't. We've been going for ages.
Yeah.
This episode's packed as fuck.
Yeah, it is packed as fuck. To be fair,
Um,
should be a special, really, in a lot of ways. But
yeah, well, it's a special guest for
just
sure.
what we do. It is a special guest. Well, we should put that on the front as well.
Oh, for sure. Oh, Simon's going to be on the image.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think sadly no wheel this week. I think we just have to.
Who's at the door?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
and that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's at the door? Who's that? Who's that? Who's at the door? Who's that? Who's that? Who's at the door? It's a mystery.
Lads, who's at the door this week?
Oh.
Who is at the door this week? Here's another knock.
Okay.
Who's at the door this week? We'll go straight to Ryan Howes. Who's at the door this week?
Is it Puff the Magic Dragon?
That's a wonderful guess. Very good guess. John's in absolute turmoil. John, who's at the door this week, mate?
Was it Liberace?
Very good guess.
Hell of a guess.
Very good guess. Lads, I can reveal that one of you is as wrong as the other person.
Oh,
Which one?
Both. No, you're both incorrect, actually. You were
Okay.
close with Liberace.
oh,
It was actually James Caan.
oh! Of course, the dragon,
Cool dragon.
the sort of mysterious dragon. Yeah. Not seen him. He's not been mentioned today.
I like James Caan.
No, he's a good one. Yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of big dick energy,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Caan's got it.
But he's cool with it. Which is the ultimate big dick energy, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, lads, it's been a phenomenal show. We've been joined tonight by Sir John Patrick. John, thanks you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Oh, it's been a joy. Can't believe
And-
no one invested, but
You know, I woke up this morning and I thought, oh, is he going to do it again? Is he going to do it again? I don't know if he's going to do it again. And he's done it again. It's good old-fashioned Ryan Howes.
Oh, thank you.
It's
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Thank you to you, of course, MattSkillington.com, the brand, for putting all this together tonight for us.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure.
wonderful.
It really has. You did really well in the den under that pressure. It must be a lot. And thanks again to Simon Balch.
Balch, I think he
or
said.
Bolshy, as I'll call him, for joining us. And the best of luck to him as well. And do add him on TikTok, Mega Cups.
And all the check his YouTube as well, because he's got some really funny videos from the past that are worth checking out.
Simon Balch. Well, actually, would it be under Simon Balch?
I think if you search for that name, you'd probably find
And
him.
Balch, Balsh. E?
Balch.
Okay. There you go. And guys, I'll leave you with this tonight. Wanting investment? Invest in yourself.
What didn't need the dragons? Elf on a shelf. You think Levi Roots would have ever fucking failed? With his passion and spirit, he would always have had it nailed. Be a dragon, breathe fire, spit heat. But don't be a Duncan Bannatyne. Be kind to everyone whom you may meet. Be kind to whom you meet. Be a listener. Be humble. Be a fucking hoot. But for now, I'm Duncan Bannatyne, and I'm sorry, but I'm out. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
You have been listening to Seldom Differ's Terrible Features with Matt Skillington, John Patrick and Ryan Howes. Intro and outro theme by Old. You can follow them at Old Music on Instagram. If you want to follow the boys at Seldom Differ, you can get them at Twitter at Seldom Differ, Instagram Seldom_Differ, and Facebook at Seldom Differ Comedy. You should also subscribe at Seldom Differ on YouTube. Thank you to Luke Collins at Appley Bridge Studio for his additional audio work. And thank you to all you Patreon subscribers. If you're interested in supporting us, then go to patreon.com/Seldom Differ. And there you can donate as little as £1 a month, that's 25p an episode, that's not too bad, to £3 plus a month, which will allow you access to all of our bonus material. Please do give us a 5-star rating and a review. We'd be unbelievably grateful. Thanks for listening.